ओम ज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपा कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरो श्रीयुतापदकमलं श्रीगुरोन् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगणा रघुनाथान्वितं सजीवम् आद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधाकृष्णपादान् सहगणा ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिनिते नामिने नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषशून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे नमो महावदन्याय कृष्णप्रेमपुरायते कृष्णाय कृष्णचैतन्यामिने गौरतिसे नमः। हे कृष्ण करुणा सिन्धु दीनबन्धो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिकान्त राधाकान्त नमोस्तुते तप्तकाञ्चन गौर राधे वृन्दावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपासिन्धुभ्येव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौरभक्तवृंद हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। करोति वाचालं पङ्गुं लङ्घयते गिरिं कृपातमहं वन्दे श्रीगुरुचरणं शरणं। Hare Krishna. So, Sri Ram Raghupada was supposed to join, but he didn't join, therefore I had to join. So, can I see devotees here once? And turn on the camera for a while. Okay. Amar Prabhu there. Aimanya Shutta Prabhu there. Prasanna Bhagan Prabhu there. Sanjay Prabhu there. Okay. So today we'll try to complete, okay, Avnish Prabhu there. Today we'll try to complete our chapter 18 of Bhagavad Gita. So let me open the okay, so I hope this is visible to all of you, right?
Yes, Guru.
So this is chapter 18. And last class, lot of time went in trying to understand the 66th verse, which Prabhupada often quoted several times throughout his purports, throughout his classes, throughout his conversations, as the essence of Bhagavad Gita. सर्वधर्मान् परित्यज्य मामेकं शरणं व्रज अहं त्वां सर्वपापेभ्यो Mokshayashyami Mashuchaha. Last class we discussed a lot on this verse. In essence, just summarize before we move forward and we take more, not to move, but we'll run forward because you have to cover 12 more verses today. So just a summary of our discussion in last class. Sarvadharman Praityajya, here the emphasis is on the Saranagati, Saranam Braja. Sarvadharman Praityajya is secondary, primary is Mam, Ekam Saranam Braja. And why we say this is secondary? Because if this becomes the primary and Mam Ekam Saranam Braja becomes secondary, then we land up in becoming Gyan Mishra Bhakta. Or maybe Bhakti Mishra Gyan, depending upon which is more prominent. Yeah, if Sarvadharman Pratyajya becomes prominent, Mamkam Shanam becomes secondary, then that becomes Bhakti Mishra Gyana. जहाँ पर ज्ञान प्राइमरी है, भक्ति सेकेंडरी आता है. So, along with the Varna ashramas, the support in Sharanagati we accept. But the moment they go, they don't let us surrender completely to Krishna, then we cross over the boundaries of Varna and Ashrama. But in normal sense, the Sarvadharma, the rules governing the Varna Ashrama are meant to be in place. Otherwise, that's not the understanding of this verse, that you give up the one ashrama without any good reason. The good reason is if they come in between surrendering to Krishna, if they come in between Mam Ekam Saranam Praja, then we happen to just let everything else go. Yeah. And here the word Mam Ekam, very significant, because Krishna saying that only to me, Arjuna. And we discussed also the understanding of Gaudiya Acharya, the meaning of the word Braja. It's following the footsteps of the Brajavasis, especially the gopis, when it comes to surrender to Krishna. That's our ideal role model in trying to surrender to Krishna. Therefore, we find that Pandavas are deciding as trees when you do prakrama of the Radha Kund, Shyam Kund, and Aham Tvam Sarva Papebhyo Mokshayashyami. And in case there is some, in case by giving up the Sarvadharman, those which are not favorable for surrender, if there is a question of Papa, then Krishna is saying that I take responsibility to free you from all the sinful reactions, Sarva Papebhyo. And once again, Krishna gives confidence. Oh, my dear Arjuna, don't worry. Masuchaha. I will never leave you alone. I'll always be beside you, Masuchaha. When you are trying to surrender to me, I'm equally going to reciprocate with your endeavor. So when you surrender to me, I will do the same for you. So Masuchaha. Don't think that I will leave you alone ever in this world. Okay, so this we discussed in detail. We will not take more time in this verse because we have to complete the chapter. Idam te na tapaskaya na bhaktaya kadachana na cha sushrusave vachyam na cha mamyo ava shuyati. So now Gita is completed. Now it's getting toward the toward wrapping. The first stuti will come into picture now. Krishna himself, ending the Gita, is trying to describe the glory of whatever I have discussed in the 18th chapter. Krishna is not summarizing, To whom this knowledge should not be spoken and to whom this should be spoken. What benefit the speaker will get and what benefit the audience will receive. Okay. This confidential knowledge may never be explained to those who are not austere or devoted or engaged in devotional service, not to one who is envious of me. Okay, so this is now this is not continuing to tell Arjuna further from that point, but he is mute करो. Yeah. But he taking Arjuna, he trying to speak in general. Yeah. Okay, so idam te na atapaskaya, not who is fallen, na abhaktaya, not who is a non-devotee, kadachana, never ever, nacha ashrushave vachyam, one should not, nacha mamyo abhyashuyati, who is envious of me, abhyashuya, asuya, abhyasuya. Okay, this should not be told to them. Ashrushave, to one who is not engaged in devotional service. So to whom this should not be explained? Number one, atapaskaya, to one who is sinful, one who is fallen. Abhaktaya, who is non-devotee. Ashrushave, to one who is not engaged in devotional service. And abhyasuya, to one who is envious of me. Okay. So Prabhupada is saying here in the purport that very, very beautiful purport here. Yeah. Okay. Atapaskaya means one is not austere. Okay. I think Acharya commentary, it means also means one who is fallen, sinful. Anyway. So Prabhupada is saying here. Okay, here it is very important. Actually, the purpose of Bhagavad Gita is not understandable to those who are sensuous, those who are after some gratification in sinful ways. For them, Gita will not be understood for them. Gita is not understandable to them. And even if one is not sensuous, but strictly following the disciplines enjoined in the Vedic scripture, if he is not a devotee of Krishna, abhaktaya, then he also cannot understand Krishna. Okay, so number one, sensuous person cannot understand Krishna. Okay, let's try to highlight this one. Okay, that's first. Then let's say, okay, somebody not sensuous, but he's strictly following the disciplines enjoined in the Vedas, that may not live a sinful life. But if it's not devotee, abhaktaya, then you also cannot understand Krishna. That's second point. Referring to here is abhaktaya. And this is referring to atapaskaya. Okay? And the third one. Okay? And even if one possesses himself as a devotee of Krishna, but is not engaged in Krishna conscious activities, he also cannot understand Krishna. This is called, I'm sorry. Yeah, this is referring to na ashrusave. Okay? Then there are many people who envy Krishna. That is referring to abhyasuya. Abhyasuya way, जो भी होना चाहेंगे. Okay, because he has explained Bhagavad Gita that the Supreme Personality of Godhead, nothing above him, equal to him. there are many persons who are envious of Krishna. Such persons should not be told about Bhagavad Gita, for they cannot understand. So they are the four adjectives used by Krishna for whom Gita will not make much sense. And number one, who is sensuous, who had nothing to follow the Vedas, living a sinful life, he's not doing the austerity of studying the Vedas, living life as per the Vedas. Second, even if one is not sensuous, but strictly following the disciplines of Vedas, but if he's not devotee of Krishna, then he also cannot understand Krishna because Bhakto Sivas Khacheti, Rasam Yeta Uttamam. Gita was explained to Arjuna because Arjuna is a Bhakta, a devotee of Krishna. And even if one is posing himself as a devotee of Krishna, like we have the word in Sanskrit called Dharma Dhwaji, दिखला रहा है कि मैं धार्मिक हूँ पर कुछ और कर रहा है, को धर्म ध्वज, क्यों धर्म का पताका है उसके पास पर कुछ और कर रहा है. So one could be a Krishna Bhakta Dhwaji, but he not engaged in service of Krishna, not engaged in the service of Krishna. And then it's called Asrusave. Yeah, that is the adjective used here by Krishna. Yeah. Then the fourth one, even if somebody is engaged, but he's holding enviousness toward Krishna. Even the one apparently be engaged because of being in society, because of certain customs, yeah. But he's holding enviousness toward Krishna. Why Krishna dancing with the gopis? Why Krishna should have girlfriend? Why can't I have girlfriend? Why Krishna is saying that there's no truth beyond me? Yeah. Yeah. Nattaha paratram manya किंचित अस्ति धनंजय मयि सर्वमिदं प्रोक्तं सूत्रे मणिगणा. Why Krishna so proud to tell that there is no truth beyond me? Very famous Madhusudana Saraswati, very famous Advaiti in the Advaita line after Shankaracharya, very famous Madhusudana Saraswati. He was contemporary to Jiva Goswami. And some of the commentary, but Jiva Goswami in the Sandarbha often refers to Madhusudana Saraswati explanation also. So he says in the end of his life that Vamsi Vibhushit Karat Navaneeradabhat Pitambarat Aruna Bimba Adharoshtat Puranendu Sundara Mukhat Aravinda Lochanat Krishnat Paratatvam Aham Api na jane. Said that now I have understood, after serious studies of Advaita philosophy, I have concluded that I don't know any Paratattva beyond Krishna. And who is Krishna? Who is Vamsi Bhushita Karat, who is holding Vamsi of Dwarka, but that Krishna is holding the float. Vamsi Vibhushita Karat Navaneeradabhat, who has the complexion of dark monsoon cloud. And Pitambarat is holding the yellowish dhoti, yellow garment. And Aruna Bimba Adhar Ushtrat, who had the reddish lips like the bimba fruit. And Puranendu Sundarat, who has the face like the full moon. When the moon will not be suitable companion for Krishna, but what to do? Nothing else is there to make people understandable. So Puranendu Sundara Mukhat Arvinda Netrat, who has lotus eyes, Krishnat Paratatvam Kimapi Aham na jane. So Krishnat Parat Paratatvam Kimapi Aham na jane. If there is anyone beyond Krishna Paratattva, others may know, but I admit I don't know anyone. That was his conclusion after studying the study of Mayavad. Anyway, this is a different story how he became devotee of Krishna after studying all Mayavad. But anyway, these four people can never Gita. There is no possibility of this person understanding Bhagavad Gita and Krishna. Without understanding Krishna from the authority of a pure devotee, but should not try to comment upon Bhagavad Gita. Yeah. The next verse. So first Krishna will explain the benefit for those who will speak Bhagavad Gita to others, and then he will speak the benefit of those who listen Bhagavad Gita in parampara. Ya idam paramam guhijam madbhakte suvidhasyati bhakti mayi param kritava mame vaisyatya samsayah. Ya idam paramam guhijam. Now paramam guhijam, this is the most secret, the most confidential knowledge revealed in this Bhagavad Gita. Who speaks to whom? Mat bhaktesu abhidhasyati, who explains to mat bhaktesu, to my devotees. Then what happens? Bhakti mayi param kritava. That speaker will attain param bhakti to me. No. Param bhakti mayim kritava mam evasyati asamsa. He will come to me. He will come to me without any doubt. The Falashruti for those who will speak Bhagavad Gita, for those who will narrate Bhagavad Gita, for those who will sing Bhagavad Gita. For them, this is very, very important. Yeah. Prabhupada is translating the verse like, for one who explains the supreme secret to the devotees, pure devotional service, param bhakti is guaranteed. Param bhaktim param kritva, bhakti mayi param kritva, and at the end, mam evasyasi asamsayah, he'll come back to me. Yeah. One of the lecture Prabhupada is spending on this verse, he says that by speaking this verse, Krishna has given double task to all of us as part of his own society, because when we are trying to interact with the people, we don't find much devotee in the world. So first task we have been given is to first make them devotee, and then after they become devotee, we have discussed the nectar of Bhagavad Gita. So first to make non-devotee into devotee, and then try to discuss Bhagavad Gita among devotee. That is supremely realizable. Yeah. Yeah. So we have double task. Prabhupada is saying here that generally it is to be discussed amongst the devotees only, but those who are non-devotee will understand neither Krishna nor Bhagavad Gita. Yeah. Those who do not accept Krishna as he is and Bhagavad Gita as it is should not try to explain Bhagavad Gita whimsically and become offenders. Bhagavad Gita should be explained to persons who are ready to accept Krishna as the Supreme Personality of Godhead, at least theoretically. And therefore, in the beginning, we don't talk about Bhagavad Gita. We go by the small books. And whenever we give Bhagavad Gita, we give Bhagavad Gita as it is, with the purports of Prabhupada, where they will understand everything very clearly, because when they start the book, the preface, Prabhupada explained that one has to at least accept Krishna as the Supreme Personality of Godhead theoretically in order to enter Bhagavad Gita. Otherwise, you can't enter Bhagavad Gita. If you treat Krishna as an ordinary person, speaker, एक जाने माने थोड़े अधिक शक्ति वाले थे, थोड़े अधिक उनका मान था, सम्मान था उन दिनों, more than me. But the moment we have this kind of attitude, we are no way having any right to enter or even open the pages of Bhagavad Gita. It is subject matter for the devotee only, and not for the philosophical speculators. Anyone, however, who tries sincerely to present Bhagavad Gita as it is, will advance in devotional activities and reach the pure devotional service of life. As a result of such pure devotion, he is sure to go back to Godhead. Yeah. I mean, I left out one thing. Okay, I'll come back to it because I remember. Yeah. And then Krishna says, such a person who speaks Bhagavad Gita to others, who shares the nectar of Bhagavad Gita to others, I don't find anyone more dear to me than that person, Arjuna. Tasman manusyesu kasyat me priyakrittamaha bhavita nacha me tasmat anyaha priyataro bhuvi. Every famous verse we often quote during the Prabhupada book marathon, Gita marathon. Tasman manusyesu kasyat me priyakrittamaha. Kasyat, कोई मनुष्य नहीं है इस संसार में प्रिय तरह उसके ऊपर प्रिय और कोई मेरा है नहीं संसार में ना कोई that person who अभी इदम ते परमम गुह्यम इदम ते परमम गुह्यम यत् मत भक्ते सुविधास्यति to that person who explained the supreme secret to my devotees and that person who is engaged his life in sharing the nectar of Bhagavad Gita. I don't find anyone beyond that person who is more dear to me. Even the gopis in their Gopi Gitam, they appreciate such kind of supreme well-wisher or supreme charitable person in the universe. Tava kathamritam tapta jivanam कवेभिरीडितं कल्मषापहं श्रवणमङ्गलं श्रीमदाततं भुवि गृह्णन्ति ये भूरिधा जना. When Tathagata Maharaj was reciting this verse, immediately Mahaprabhu got up and he embraced the saying, Bhuridha, Bhuridha, Bhuridha. You are distributing the nectar of Krishna Kathamritam. And therefore you are the most magnanimous person in this world. And therefore Nacha Tasmat Manusyasu Kaschin me Priyakritamaha Bhavita Nacha me Tasmat Anyaha Priyataro Bhuvi. There is no servant in this world more dear to me than he, nor will there ever be any more dear to me. Anyone more dear. Yeah. And then having spoken about the speaker, now Krishna is speaking about the audience. What about those who will read Bhagavad Gita? What about those who will hear Bhagavad Gita? So then for them Krishna is saying, Adhyesyate cha ya imam dharmyam sambadam avayo ज्ञान यज्ञेन तेनाहम इष्टः सामिति में मतिः. अध्यस्यते जो अध्ययन करते हैं च य इमम जो लोग धर्म्यम संवादः आवयो हमारा जो संवाद है कृष्ण अर्जुन हमारा संवाद है आवयः मतलब for plural of द्विवचन आवयः into आवयः संवादः हमारी जो बातें हुई अभी तक 1.5 hours में around 45 minutes. Dharmyam samvadam. One who reads this or one hears, then what happens? Jnana yajnena tenaham ishtah syam iti me mati. That person worships me. मैं पूजा जाता हूँ अहम इष्टः मैं पूजा जाता हूँ by the ज्ञान यज्ञ by the intelligence iti me mati. This is my opinion. And I declare that he who studies this secret conversation of ours worships me by intelligence. So therefore, studying Bhagavad Gita is worshipping Krishna with our intelligence. Yeah. So therefore, sometimes when devotees try to chant extra rounds on Ekadasi days or some Madhav Tithi, when they get kind of monotonous in their chanting, then they take a break. And they try to read or hear Krishna Katha, and then they come back in having broken the monotonity in chanting, having broken the ritualistic way of chanting. We shift to Hari Katha, and then we come back to Kirtana. Otherwise, the chanting becomes mechanical after some time. Then the goal becomes somehow I want to tell others मैंने आज इतना माला जप किया है. The purpose gets lost. Therefore, even studying Bhagavad Gita, daily one chapter, so very important because you worship Krishna through intelligence. श्रद्धावान अनसूयश्च शृणुयात् अपि यो नरः स्वपि मुक्तः शुभान् lokan prapnuyat punya karmanam. Again, continuing with those who are on the receiving end. For the speaker, Krishna used 2 verses. For the audience, also 2 verses. Shraddhavan anasuyascha. For those who are faithful, Shraddhavan hai. Shraddhavan. Oh, people of faith, Shraddhavan. Anasuyas, who has no envy. Asuya matlab envy. Anasuya means no envy. Abhyasuya means again envy. But anasuya, ana means no envy. शृणुयात अपि यो नरः, जो नर जो है इसका श्रवण करते हैं या पढ़ते हैं, अध्यस्यते या शुणुयात, तो क्या होगा? इफ द हियर स अपि मुक्तः शुभान लोकान, they become liberated. And prapnuyat punya karmana, they attain that planet where those people those people who reside with the punya, huge punya, not punya of this world, not mundane punya, but punya, krita punya punjaha. Well, Sudha Goswami describing the fortune of the Gop Shakhas in Vrindavan, he says, Itham shatam brahma sukhana bhutya dasam gatanam pradaivatena maya shitanam naradarakena sakam vijaharu kritapunya punja. These boys, these cowherd boys have the fortune to play with Krishna, to dance with Krishna, to eat with Krishna, and so much fortune they have because Krita Punya Punja, they have volumes of piety. But that piety is Krishna Punya Punja, not this Punya of this world. So a commentary of Baldev Vidyabhushan and Sarvati Pad, they refer to the planet of Dhruva Maharaj. They will attend Dhruva Loka, similar to the Loka of Dhruva Loka, means Vaikuntha Loka. Purport, translation of Prabhupada here. And one who listens with faith, Shraddhavan, and without envy, Anasuya, becomes free from sinful reaction, Mukta Sarva Ashubhan, and attains to auspicious planets where the pious dwell. Here the pious refers to the planet of Dhruva Maharaj, Vaikuntha, Dhruva Vaikuntha, or similar to that Vaikuntha. So now, Prabhupada once again brings out that verse which we discussed, 67. Idam te natapaskaya na abhaktaya tadachana na ashrusave or na abhyasuyave. These 4 kind of people should not be revealed Bhagavad Gita, understand, right? Krishna Prabhupada will once again clarify that in this purport. Okay, in the 67th verse of this chapter, the Lord explicitly forbade the Gita being spoken to those who are envious of the Lord. In other words, Bhagavad Gita is only for devotees. But it so happens that sometimes a devotee of the Lord will hold open classes. In that class, not all the students are expected to be devotees. Why do such persons hold open classes then? It is explained here that although not everyone is a devotee, still there are many men who are not envious of Krishna, Anasuya way. They have faith in him as the Supreme Personality of Godhead, at least theoretical faith. If such persons hear from a bona fide devotee about the Lord, the result is that they become at once free from all sinful reactions. After that, attain to the planetary system where all righteous persons are situated. Therefore, simply by hearing Bhagavad Gita, even a person who does not try to be a pure devotee attains the result of righteous activities. Thus, a pure devotee of the Lord gives everyone a chance to become free from all sinful reactions and become a devotee of the Lord. Generally, those who are free from sinful reactions, those who are righteous, very easily take to Krishna consciousness. The word Purna Karmana is very significant. What is the verse in Bhagavad Gita? Purna Karmana? 7 point? क्या verse? ये तो अंतगतम पापम जनानाम पुण्य कर्मणाम ते द्वंद्व मोह निर्मुक्तो भयंती मां दृढ़व्रता. So the word having used there, so the word puna karmanam have been used. That along as the lack of punya karmana, the bhakti then become dridha. So this refers to the performance of the sacrifice, like Srimadhyati mentioned. Those who are righteous in performing devotional service, but who are not pure, can attain the planetary system of the polar star of Dhruva Loka, where Dhruva Maharaj is presiding. And under the tutelage of Dhruva Maharaj, you can become pure devotee and you can be family fixed up. He's a great devotee of the Lord, and he has still planet called Polar Star. She will land up there, and there under the tutelage, under the training of Dhruva Maharaj, you can become pure devotee and make future journey in your Krishna consciousness with future destinations. Okay. So now Krishna is now coming back to Arjuna. Now again the spotlight on the Arjuna once again, and asking, Kachit eta shrutam partha tvaya ekagrena chetasa kachit agyana sammoha pranashtaste dhananjaya. O Dhananjaya, कच्चित एतत् श्रुतम पार्थ, वो पार्थ क्या सुना है जो मैंने बोला अभी तक से 45 मिनट्स में? कच्चित क्या सुना ठीक से? तो वह एकाग्रेण चेतसा, और कैसा सुना है? ऐसे नहीं सुन लेना, बट एकाग्र चेतसा से आपने सुना है क्या? Did you hear what I spoke for 45 minutes with ekagra chetasa? And having heard, is your ignorance and the illusion, agyana sammoha, illusion born out of ignorance, are they destroyed by this by now, O Dhananjaya? So Krishna asking 3 questions. Have you heard? And not only simply heard, but have you heard with ekagra chetasa, with one pointed attention? And have you heard, is your ignorance, is your illusion still there in your heart, or are they destroyed? I want to know. I want to reconfirm. And if not, if after hearing ekagra chetasa, if your ignorance, illusion is still there, I don't mind repeating once again the whole Bhagavad Gita with more details and with many more stories also in between. I don't mind to repeat once again the whole conversation. Yeah. But still to be sure whether, because after speaking 45 minutes, I also have to know whether how much more I have to speak. So I want to ask you whether how far our conversation has gone for. Then I will understand whether I have to repeat once again with more details, or I have to stop here so that you can carry on with the purpose of the war. O son of Pritha, O conqueror of wealth, to what have you dear Partha, out of love, because the Pritha is Kunti, his Fua, and Fua ka ladka jo Partha hua, Fera bhai. And O conqueror of wealth, have you heard this with an attentive mind, and are your ignorance and illusion now dispelled? Yeah. So here the Lord was acting, position here in the purport, that there it was his duty, it was Krishna's duty to inquire from Arjuna whether he understood the whole Bhagavad Gita in its proper perspective. If not, the Lord was ready to re-explain any point or the whole Bhagavad Gita if so required. Can you imagine how much Krishna is concerned about we don't miss out the purpose of Bhagavad Gita. We don't miss out Bhagavad Gita in essence. Actually, anyone who is Bhagavad Gita from a bona fide spiritual master like Krishna or a representative will find that all his ignorance is dispelled. Bhagavad Gita is not an ordinary book written by a poet or a fiction writer. It is spoken by the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Any person fortunate enough to hear these teachings from Krishna or from a bona fide spiritual representative is sure to become a liberated person and get out of the darkness of ignorance. And Arjuna is responding, नष्टमोह स्मृतिर्लब्ध्वा त्वत्प्रसादान्मयाच्युत स्थितोऽस्मि गतसन्देहः करिष्ये वचनं तव. O Krishna, you're asking me ajnana sammoha panastastasya dhananjaya. Let me tell you, nashta moha, my moha has been destroyed. Number one, smriti labdhava, I have regained my memory. Tat prasada, how by your mercy, O Krishna, O Achyuta, even though I have made you a chariot driver, but you're still my Supreme Lord. So tat prasadan maya achyuta, you never fall from your position. Sthito asmi, now I'm firmly fixed. Gata sandeha, all my doubts are destroyed. Karisye vachanam tava. Now I will do whatever you say to me, O Krishna. The 5 benefits of hearing Bhagavad Gita. Okay? Let's try to number it. First, illusion is gone. Regaining the memory. Second, and then, so anyone hearing Bhagavad Gita, we have to find out how much I have come closer to this one. This 4, and the last one. So these are the 5 concluding benefits of hearing Bhagavad Gita, because Prabhupada said that we have to hear the Arjuna heard Bhagavad Gita, and therefore the realization has to match something closer to what Arjuna had in the end. So what is the meaning of illusion being gone? What is the meaning of regaining the memory? Yeah. Let's try to see here in the purport. Prabhupada explains. So, anyway, let me first explain the commentary of Baldev Vidyabhushan, and then I will go through the purport of Prabhupada here. Yeah. So, Baldev Vidyabhushan says that illusion here means, O Krishna, earlier I was doubtful whether are you the supreme controller? Everything happening by your sweet will alone, or are there some more factors in between? What about Shiva? What about others? Or is Prakriti the cause, or you are the ultimate cause? Now all my illusions are not destroyed, are gone now. Now I know you are the Supreme Personality of Godhead. There is no one and there is nothing beyond you. Krishnat param tattvam kimapi na ham jane, kimapi aham na jane. I don't know any truth, any paratattva beyond Krishna. Everything is controlled by Krishna. Everything happens by the will of Krishna. Nothing can happen in my life without the sanction of Krishna. That my illusion is now gone. Till now I was worried about everyone. What will happen to my relative? What will happen to this? What will happen to Bhishma? What will happen to Drona? What will happen to this? But now I know Krishna, you are much more dear, you are much more affectionate, you have much more love, you are much more dearer to anyone in this world than anyone else. Because you are Sarva Suhrida, Suhrida Sarva Bhutana. You are the supreme well-wisher, you are the supreme benefactor of everyone. That my illusion is now gone. And you are not just the supreme well-wisher, you are the supreme controller. Yeah. And whatever happens, it happens in the life of devotee. by the sweet will of Krishna. I have regained my memory, Smriti Labdhava. I had forgotten that Krishna, you will never abandon me. Krishna, you will give yourself to me if I give myself to you fully. Yeah. I have regained that memory. Yeah. And now I am firm, Sthitwasmi. What that mean? Like when we do deity services, in the end we chant this prayer. Jnanat athva ajnanat asubham yat maya kritam chantumarasi tat sarvam. Whatever I have done in my knowledge or ignorance, let all be forgiven by you, Krishna. Grihanamam. And then we say that let my aspiration be sthiti seva, let my sthiti be always in your service. Let me always be fixed up in your service. परिस्थिति कुछ भी हो, मेरी स्थिति आपकी सेवा में होनी चाहिए. स्थिति सेवा, गतिर यात्रा, मेरी गति कुछ भी हो, बस आपकी यात्रा की तरफ होने, बस आपकी ओर होनी चाहिए गति यात्रा. स्थिति सेवा, गतिर यात्रा, स्मृति चिंता, मेरी स्मृति जो है, मैं बस आपका चिंतन हो. कृष्ण भावना मृत चिंतन. स्थिति सेवा, गतिर यात्रा, स्मृति चिंता, स्थिति वचः, मैं कुछ भी बोलूं तो मैं आपकी स्तुति करूं. मेरी वाणी से कुछ भी आए तो आपकी स्तुति ही आए. स्थिति सेवा, गतिर यात्रा, स्मृति चिंता, स्थिति वचः, भूया सर्वात्मना विष्णु. बस यही मैं चाहता हूँ. That is my aspiration. So स्थिति here is now I am firm in your service to Krishna, in your devotional service, and free from doubt. Now gata sandeha. Now I had the doubt. I had the doubt about whether what I am doing is as per dharma or not. Now, whatever I will do, I am fully convinced. If I just please you, Krishna, I am following Parodharma. So no more doubt with the different analysis, with the analysis of different kind of dharmas, because now we're using Niti Shastra, Dharma Shastra in the beginning, and then in the end, I am prepared to act. If you want me to fight the war, O Krishna, I am ready to fight the war. Even though I have deep affection for Drona, for Bhishma, but still now I'm going to act because you want that to happen. Let me do that what pleases you. And I have firm faith that if I please you, I will please everyone else. Yasmin tushtam vikat tushtam. That's a Prabhupada commentary here. Prabhupada report. The constitutional position of a living entity, the representative of Arjuna, is that he has to act according to the order of Supreme Lord. He is meant for self-discipline. So actual position of the living entity is that of eternal servant of Jiva Swarupa Hoy Krishna Nitya Das. Forgetting the principle, the living entity becomes conditioned by material nature. Krishna Bhuliya Jiva Bhagavan Chakare Nikatasthamaya Tare Japataya Dhare. But in serving the Supreme Lord, he becomes the revered servant of God. The living entity's constitutional position is to be a servitor. He has to serve either Maya or Krishna. However, if he serves Krishna, then he is in a normal condition. But if he prefers to serve the Maya, then certainly he'll be in bondage. An illusion, here Moha, Prabhupada is explaining, the living entity is serving in the material world. He is bound by lust and desires. Yet he thinks of himself as the master of the world. This is called illusion. Arjuna was thinking that I am the benefactor, I am this, I am that. But now they know, no, I am just a servant of Krishna. That illusion he overcame. When a person is liberated, his illusion is over, and he voluntarily surrenders to Supreme to act according to his desire. The last illusion, however, is to think that I am God. The entity thinks that he no longer a conditioned soul but God. This is the last illusion, last snare of illusion. Actually, to become free from the liquid energy is to understand Krishna. And not only to understand Krishna, but agree to act according to his doer, his order. The word moha is very important in this verse. Moha referred to that which is opposed to knowledge. Actually, real knowledge is the understanding that every living entity eternally is a servitor of Krishna. Some know it, some don't know it. But instead of thinking oneself in that position, the living entity thinks that he is not a servant, that he is the master of this material world, or he wants to lord it over material nature. That is illusion. This illusion can be overcome by the mercy of the Lord or by the mercy of pure devotee. When that illusion is over, one agrees to act in Krishna consciousness. So light on karne ko. So Krishna consciousness is acting according to Krishna's order. Whatever he desires, he can bestow upon his devotee. He is the friend of everyone, especially inclined to his devotee. These are the memory he regained. Yeah. Anashtamasmriti labdhava. Krishna is the friend of everyone, especially inclined to his devotee. He is the controller of this material world and of all living entities. He is also the controller of inexhaustible time. वह काल के भी नियंता हैं, and is full of all opulences and all potency. The Supreme Personality of Godhead can even give himself to the devotee. That he remembered, regain the memory. That Krishna can give himself fully to his devotees. Yeah. One who does not know him is under the spell of illusion. He does not become a devotee but a suitor of Maya. Arjuna, however, after hearing Bhagavad Gita from Krishna, became free from all illusion. He could understand that Krishna was not only his friend, but the Supreme Personality of Godhead. And he understood Krishna factually. So to study Bhagavad Gita is to understand Krishna factually. When a person is in full knowledge, he naturally surrenders to Krishna. Now, when Arjuna understood that it was Krishna's plan to reduce the unnecessary increase of population, he agreed to fight according to Krishna's desire. He again took up his weapons, his arrows and bow to fight under the order of that Arjuna, who had said in the end that na utsaiti Govinda Nayatsya iti Govinda babhuva tushnim iva. Arjuna said to Govinda, Nayatsya, Krishna, I won't fight. And now he said, raising his Gandiva bow and the arrow, Krishna, now I'll fight with your order. This is called Sarvadharman Prittajya Mamekam Saranam Praja. Krishna, I will do whatever you want to say. That Arjuna was explained by Samjaya as in the end of first chapter, Ratha Upastha, he sat on the Rath. Rath के सामने नहीं बैठे, पीछे आके बैठ गए थे वो. रथा उपस्थ उपाविशत और विसृज्य ससरम, गांडीव को हटा दिए थे अपने कंधे से और शोक संविघ्न मानस रो रहे थे लैमेंट करते हुए. That Arjuna is no more lamenting, no more tears, no more Gandiva off his arms, but on his arms, not behind but in the front, with raising his arms and the arrows, saying, Krishna, and I'm going to fight. This ends Bhagavad Gita between Krishna and Arjuna. And now Sanjay will take over for that. Because Sanjay had to conclude because he started the whole Bhagavad Gita, right? Dharma Kshetra. Yeah. So now Sanjay had to conclude Bhagavad Gita in next more 5 verses. Sanjay uvacha ityaham vasudevasya parthasya cha mahatmana samvadam imam asrausham adbhutam rom harshanam. Ityaham vasudevasya parthasya cha mahatmana. And Sanjay is saying to Dhritarashtra, aham, I also heard this, having heard this, the conversation between Vasudeva, Krishna, and Mahatma and Partha. Mahatmana Parthasya संवादम एवं अश्रौसम, इस संवाद को सुन करके अद्भुतम रोम हर्षणम मेरे मेरे रोंगटे खड़े हो रहे हैं। हम लोग के तो नहीं हो रहे हैं, पर संजय के हो रहे, रोंगटे खड़े हो, रोम हर्षणम पुलकित पुलकित गदगदा रोमांचकंप सुतरंग भजो. Yeah, the two great souls, Mahatmana, used for both Krishna and Arjuna, Partha. And so wonderful, you have to match it, that my hair is standing on end. Amazing. So 74 onward, when Srinath Chakravarti Thakur is writing commentary, 74, 75, 76, 77, 78, गणेश का चूहा उनका कमेंट्री को जो खा जाता है, चूहा कमेंट्री को खा जाता है, इसीलिए Chakravarti Path commentary not there from here onward. But in the end, Chakravarti Path will comment on that. Ganesh Chua also in the end will hear that also. Anyway, so Prabhupada is not taking to Baldev commentary. So in the beginning of Bhagavad Gita, Dhritarashtra inquired from Secretary Sanjaya what happened. Entire study the entire study was related to the heart of Sanjaya by the grace of Vyasadeva, and by the mercy of Vyasadeva, he could reveal to Dhritarashtra. It was wonderful, Adbhutam Samvadam. Why? Because Supreme Personality of Godhead was speaking from a lotus lips about himself and his energy to the living entity Arjuna, a great devotee of Lord. And if we follow in the footsteps of Arjuna to understand Krishna, then our life will be happy and successful. Sanjay realized this, and as he began to understand it, he related the conversation to Dhritarashtra. The Vyasa Prasada Stotvan etad guhyam aham param yogam yogeshwarat krishnat sakshat kathyata swayam. It's very important that Sanjaya is repeatedly recalling the mercy of his Guru. I'm able to understand Bhagavad Gita by the mercy of Vyasadeva. रोमांच हो रहे हैं क्यों? ऐसा नहीं क्योंकि मैं बहुत स्पेशल हूँ. गीता का अद्भुत संवाद है ही, but to understand the संवादम अद्भुत संवादय वासुदेवस्य पार्थस्य महात्मनः, जो संवाद है I could digest by the mercy of my Guru Vyasadeva. व्यास प्रसादा श्रुतवान एतद गुह्यम अहम परम योगम योगेश्वरात कृष्णात. Krishna is called Yogeshwarat in this verse also and in the last verse also, Yogeshwara. Shiva is called Yogeshwar and Krishna is called Yogeshwar. योगेश्वर मतलब योगियों में श्रेष्ठ जो शिव जी हैं, उनसे बढ़कर कोई योग साधना कर नहीं सकता है, और योग के मालिक जो कृष्ण हैं, क्योंकि उनके योग के बल में आकर शिव जी भी मोहिनी मूर्ति के बस में आकर के अपना शिवत्व जो भूल गए थे. So yogam yogeshwarat krishnat sakshat tathyatas swayam. And by the mercy of Vyasadeva, I am listening to what Krishna spoke to Arjuna. Even though Krishna is speaking to Arjuna, I am able to witness it, I am able to hear it, and the number of Vyasadeva here, but everything is happening because Vyasa has empowered me with that vision. Because of Vyasa's mercy, I am able to understand the mystery, the confidential knowledge of Bhagavad Gita. By Prabhupada is saying that by Vyasa mercy, he could understand the Supreme Personality of Godhead. This means that one has to understand Krishna not directly, but through the medium of the spiritual master. The spiritual master is the transparent medium, although it is true that the experience is still direct. This is the mystery of this succession. When the spiritual master is bona fide, then one can hear Bhagavad Gita directly, as Arjuna heard it. There are many mistakes and yogis all over the world, but Krishna is the master of all yoga system, Yogeshwara. Krishna instruction is specially stated in Bhagavad Gita, surrender unto Krishna. One who does so is the topmost yogi. This is confirmed in the last verse of Yoginam api sarvesam madgatena antaratmana Saddhavan bhajate yoma samayuktatama mataha. Narada is direct disciple of Krishna and the spiritual master of Vyasadeva, and this way in the disciple succession Sanjaya senses were purified and he could see and hear Krishna directly. One who directly hears Krishna can understand this confidential knowledge. If one did not come to the disciple succession, he cannot hear Krishna. Therefore, knowledge is always imperfect, at least as far as understanding Bhagavad Gita is concerned. Okay? So all these things. Actually, there is no difference between, very important line here. Actually, there is no difference between hearing directly from Krishna or hearing directly from Krishna via bona fide spiritual master like Vyasadeva. So we see that Arjuna was fortunate enough to understand Krishna directly, and by the grace of Vyasa, Sanjaya was also able to hear Krishna. And therefore, there is no difference between hearing from Krishna directly and to hear from Krishna via a bona fide spiritual master. Because the spiritual master is the representative of Vyasadeva. Therefore, according to the system, on the birthday of the spiritual master, the disciple conduct Vyasa Puja. Okay? Now, Rajan Samsritya Samvadam imam adbhutam Keshavarjunayo Punyam Hrisyami cha muhur muhur. Rajan Samsmritya upon hearing Samsmritya, इसको याद करके हे राजन युधिष्ठिर संवादम इम अद्भुतम, इस अद्भुत संवाद को मैं याद करके रिफ्लेक्ट करके इस पुण्य अद्भुत संवाद को रिफ्लेक्ट करके हृष्यामि च मुहुर मुहुर, मुझे बार बार जब प्रसन्नता हो रही है, फीलिंग सो हैप्पी डिलाइटेड, रोमांच भी खड़े हो रहे हैं, एंड हैप्पीनेस हैड नो लिमिट, ओशियानिक. O king, I repeatedly recall this conversation, this wondrous and holy dialogue between Kesava, Arjuna, Krishna and Arjuna, between Yogeshwara and Arjuna, between Vasudeva and Arjuna, Vasudeva and Partha. I take pleasure in being thrilled at every moment, at every muhur muhur, every moment. The understanding of Bhagavad Gita is so transcendental that anyone who becomes conversant with the topics of Arjuna and Krishna becomes righteous, and he cannot forget such talks. And therefore, Prabhupada, out of his deep compassion, he has given us daily access to Bhagavad Gita and Bhagavatam without fail. In every ISKCON temple, morning, Bhagavatam is compulsory, evening Gita is compulsory. And Prabhupada wanted everyone to study daily Bhagavad Gita and Bhagavatam, and between Charitamrita. So daily Gita in the evening and Bhagavatam in the morning, Prabhupada has given the whole schedule for everyone in this society. And the understanding of Gita is so transcendental that anyone who becomes conversant with the topics of Arjuna and Krishna becomes righteous, and he cannot forget such talks. This is the transcendental position of spiritual life. And in other words, one who hears the Gita from the right source, directly from Krishna, attains full Krishna consciousness. The result of Krishna consciousness is that one becomes increasingly enlightened and he enjoys life with a thrill, not only for some time, but at every moment. And at every
moment.
Yeah, amazing. Muhur muhur. This is the last but one verse. तत्सा संस्मृत्य रिकॉल कर रहे हैं बार फिर से, बट इस बार संवादम नहीं, रूपम अति अद्भुतम हरे, भगवान के रूप को भी विस्मयो में महान राजन हृष्यामि च पुनः पुनः. संवाद को तो है ही, पर रूप को भी मैं भगवान के रूप को भी मैं जो भूल नहीं पा रहा हूँ, उसको मैं बार बार संस्मृत्य बार बार भगवान का जो चेहरा है, भगवान का मुखमंडल जो है सामने आ ही जा रहा है. So that form, which is why they made a for Bhishma Pitama. Tribhuvana kamanam tamalavaranam ravikara gauravaram varam dadhane Bapudalaka kula britananabjam Vijaya Sakheratirastu me Navadya. This form, which was so much adored by Bhishma Pitama, that form is being recalled by Sanjaya at every moment. punah punah ati adbhutam rupam. Not only this form, but he also wonderstruck by that universal form what Krishna had shown in the Kurukshetra to Arjuna. He also got to see that Virat Rupa also. So both the Rupa. It appears that Sanjay also by the grace of Vyasa could see the universal form of Krishna exhibited to Arjuna. They of course said that Lord Krishna had never exhibited such a form before. It was exhibited to Arjuna only. Yet some great devotee could also see that form of Krishna, that universal form. We had seen that in our yatra to Kurukshetra. Kurukshetra only? Yeah. So, yeah, Jyotisa. Yet some great devotee could also see the form of Krishna when it was shown to Arjuna, and Vyasa was one of them. Okay, so yeah, and then the last verse: Yatra Yogeshwara Krishna, Yatra Partho Dhanurdharaha, Tatra Sri Vijayorbhutir, Dhruva Nitir Matir Mama. So now coming to your question, Dhritarashtra, अभी तक तो मैं अपना हिस्ट्री बता रहा था गीता सुनने के बाद. अब मैं आपके सवाल पे आता हूँ, क्योंकि आपने सवाल किया शुरू में ना, धर्म क्षेत्र कुरुक्षेत्र समवेता युत्सव मामका पांडवाश्चैव किम अकुरुत. समझे क्या हुआ? भय छोड़िए, ड्रामा छोड़िए, क्या करने वाले हैं छोड़िए, एंड क्या होना है बता देना आपको अभी से ही. क्योंकि लेट देयर बी समरी फॉर एवरीथिंग. गीता खत्म हो गया तो कंक्लूजन भी आपको मैं दे देता हूँ कि जहाँ पर कृष्ण है जो कि योगेश्वर है, और जहाँ पर धनुधर पार्थ है, वहीं पर श्री है, वहीं पर विजय है, वहीं पर नीति है, और वहीं पर विभूति है. ये मेरा मति है. मानना है तो मानिए, नहीं तो आय का सो तो बाकी देखना आपके लिए. यहाँ से आपका जो भीष्म पर शुरू हो जाएगा. ठीक है. So there is Krishna, the master of all mystics, and wherever there is Arjuna, the supreme archer, there will certainly be opulence, victory, extraordinary power, vibhuti or bhuti, morality, niti. That is my opinion. Yeah. Okay. So Dhritarashtra was hopeful of victory because of Bhishma and Drona and Karna. But then Sanjaya told the king in the end, you are thinking of victory, but my opinion is that where Krishna and Arjuna are present, there will be all good fortune on that side. It actually confirmed that Dhritarashtra should not expect victory for his side. Victory was certain for the side of Arjuna because Krishna was there. Krishna's acceptance of the post of charioteer for Arjuna was an exhibition of another opulence. Krishna is full of all opulences, and renunciation is one of them. There are many instances of such renunciation, but Krishna is also the master of renunciation. Yeah. And now Krishna summarized the whole Bhagavad Gita. You all can read in your leisure time. I will wrap up because let's come to without sharing. Yeah, so we find that so Baldev Bhushan, while commenting on this last verse of Gita in Gita Bhushana, he said that that the real purpose, the real essence of Bhagavad Gita is not to incite Arjuna for the battle or the war, but the real essence of Bhagavad Gita has been already mentioned by the verse Manmana Bhavat Bhakto Madhyaji Maman Maskuru Mam Evasi Satyam Te Pratijani Priyosim. This is 18.64 and 9.34 क्या है? मनमना भमत भक्त मध्याजिना नमस्कुरु माम एवस्य सिक्त्वैवम आत्मना मत्परायणम. Yeah. So this verse I am repeated twice with small alteration, but essence गीता का यही है. भगवान पर मन लगाइए, भगवान को मन दीजिए. मय्येव मना आधत्स्व मयि बुद्धिं निवेशय निवसिष्यसि मय्येव अतः ऊर्ध्वं न संशयः. Again and again Krishna said that offer your mind to me. If you cannot do that, then भक्ति करो. भक्ति करोगे तो मन उसका रिजल्ट जो है भाव में आएगा. आपका मन मुझ में लग जाएगा. और भक्ति करने में मुश्किल हो रहा है तब क्या बोला जाए. तो मध्ययाजी नमस्कार करो, फिर जो है मेरी पूजा करो, रिचुअल लेकर के प्रणाम करो, ये सब करो. बट एन गीता का क्या है? And the second is सर्वधर्मान परित्यज्य माम एकम शरणम व्रज aham tam sarva papebhyo mokshasami ma suchah. So when this verse was inquired by Dasarathi to Ramanujacharya, I want to know the meaning of this verse, Sarvadharman Parityajya. So Ramanujacharya said that this is a very difficult verse. This is the charam shloka for Sampradaya. I can explain the meaning of this verse. Go to Goshti Purna, and Goshti Purna will reveal the meaning of this verse. He went to Goshti Purna, weeks passed by, months passed by, and he was serving Goshti Purna. After serving for 6 months Goshti Purna was happy with the service of Dasarathi. Dasarathi was a great scholar of his time. He was cousin of Brahmacharya also. So Goshti Purna said, he asked that go to Ramanuja, and he will explain you the meaning of this verse. Dasarathi never said, यही करना था तो पहले बोले होते ना, 6 महीने क्यों जो है. Because one thing to understand theory, तो मैं जो कर रहा हूँ कल मैं कल theory बोल रहा हूँ, but to realize the understanding in different ball game. Yeah, so Dasarathi knew इसका meaning क्या है. We had given so many classes on that also, on that verse. ना कितनों को भक्त भी जो बना दिए होंगे बोल करके. But to understand the depth of this verse, he again goes back to Ramanujacharya. Ramanujacharya, when he comes, so that time Atulai, the daughter of Mahapurna, she comes at that time running to Ramanujacharya. And Ramanujacharya, she falls at the feet of Ramanujacharya and says, my dear Acharya, please help me. My father has sent me to you for help. Ramanujacharya said, what's the matter? Atulai said that I'm married in this family and I have to fetch water from the well. There's no tap like we have tap. I have to walk for a distance, fetch water from the well, and then come and cook. For cooking, I have to bring the vegetables. I have to cut the vegetables. I have to light the fire. No gas stove. Light the fire. Because of these things, I delay in cooking and the service to my in-laws. आजकल सर्विस टू इन-लॉज तो भूल जाइए, उन दिनों की बात हो रही है. सर्विस टू इन-लॉज was very important. I am not able to please them and they're unhappy with me and they chastise me now and then. They tell, if you can't do this thing, then bring your servant from your home. घर से नौकर लाओ अगर नहीं कर पा रही हो तो. So I went to my father. Father said to go to Ramanujacharya, because you are Acharya. So immediately Ramanujacharya looked at Dasarathi and said, oh, here is Dasarathi who will go with you and serve you. Dasarathi looked to Ramanujacharya. He had come to understand the meaning of Sarvadharma Parityajya. But now Guru is saying him to go and become a cook and become go become a cook, go and purchase vegetables, go and fetch water. कहाँ सर्वधर्मान परित्यज्य और कहाँ ये काम करो. Without single arguments, he goes with all obeisance to Ramanujacharya, start to serve menially, fetching water from the well, giving to Atulai, then bringing the vegetables for cooking, cleaning the vessels, not clean vessels, but bringing the water and helping whatever assistance he needed. And months passed by like this he was doing. And by the way, nobody knew. They had heard about Dasarathi, but in those days there were no Facebook, no photography, no camera to see who is Dasarathi actually. They had heard about the scholarship of Dasarathi at that time. So one day what happened that a very prominent scholar had come, another prominent scholar in that village. And he was giving explanation of Siddhanta while mixing with Mayavad. And that evening he was coming with vegetables. on the way to Atulai's house. And when he saw there is katha going on, so he sat for some time to hear. But when he noticed that the speaker was mixing Mayavad in between, he happened to raise his hand and he said, "My dear sir, please don't explain in this way, because this is against the Vaishnava Siddhanta. This is not the conclusion of the Siddhanta." So when the speaker heard this kind of interruption, he said, "Who are you to interrupt me? सब्जी लेकर जा रहे हो, सभी लेकर जाओ। वेद पर पाठ करना, वेद पर क्लास करना, भैंस बकरी चलाना, भैंस बकरी गाय चलाने वालों के लिए नहीं होता है। Mind your business and do your things. And if you know better than what I'm saying, then why don't you stand up and speak your own commentary?" So when Dasharatha heard this kind of challenge, and when he observed that the Siddhanta was unstake, he gave the real explanation of those verses what the speaker was trying to explain, and the whole audience was pin drop silent. Then they looked at this person. Who is this person? Able to left, right, able to scatter all the explanation given by the speaker, establishing Vaishnava Siddhanta. Only someone of the caliber of the Shruti can do this. And when they inquired, "Who are you, sir? We want to know about your whereabouts." And then he said, "I am Dasarathi, servant of Ramanujacharya." "Who? Dasarathi in our village?" They immediately sent letter to, they happened to communicate Ramanuja and said, "My dear Acharya, please come and take your disciple." The family was called and they were told, "आइंदा से अगर तुम लोगों ने अतुलाई को परेशान किया तो हम लोग तुम्हारे परिवार को देख लेंगे। जो भी है लकड़ी लाने का, सब्जी लाने का, ये करने का, तुम लोग मैनेज करो, ठीक है?" And let Dasharatha go and serve Guru Maharaj, Ramanujacharya. And yes, Ramanujacharya came, embraced Dasharatha, and at that time he revealed the meaning of Sarvadharma Parityaja. So this is the most confidential set of Bhagavad Gita. So we're writing in the commentary, Baldev Vidya Bhushan said that while trying to dive deeper in the oceanic wisdom of Bhagavad Gita, unfortunately, I have not been able to find any gems because of my sheer misfortune. Oh, my dear readers, please purify my work by reading this. And please bless me so that I can someday find some jewel in the ocean of Bhagavad Gita. Chakravarti Pad, while concluding his commentary, Sarartha Darshan in Bhagavad Gita, he said, I had explained the last 5 verses in conclusion. Bhagavad, the experience Sanjay went through in the form of ecstasy, that I had explained in the end with commentaries. Unfortunately, Ganesha carrier came and he took all my commentaries of those 5 verses. I don't want to rewrite those commentaries. Let Ganesha be satisfied. Let the writer be happy. I'm just offering whatever I have done so far at the lotus feet of Krishna. And let the rain shower of this commentary quench the thirst of the devotees who are like Chataka birds, waiting for the raindrops, rain shower from the cloud, from Ghanashyam, from that cloud. And when the devotee will find the satisfaction in their heart by receiving the raindrops from the rain cloud, Ghanashyam, Krishna, may that satisfaction enlighten my heart in my devotional service. Yeah. In this way, with all of your cooperation, we have been able to somewhat make one reading of Bhagavad Gita, and I want to thank, express my gratitude to each one of you for being with us in our long journey for last 1 year, last 2 years in this long journey, and finally we have been able to complete Bhagavad Gita, which is so oceanic that you can never complete, but let somebody try to end. So thank you very much for helping me also to go deeper, and thank you for listening. Thank you for participating in the discussion. So now we'll be giving you some assignments also, as we'll be moving on to Bhakti Samta Sindhu, NOD or something else. And then I will restart Gita for some other batch. Thank you so much. The Prabhupada ki jai. Anybody have any question they have asked? Let me see. Yes, Sachin Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, bro. Is it audible?
Yeah.
Hare Krishna, bro. So you talked about enviousness, like envy towards anyone is indirectly envy to Krishna. So how to deal with envy? And like I heard that appreciation is the antidote for envy. But in appreciation also that requires some deficit of good qualities. So how to start with it? How to deal with this?
So how to overcome envy is a deep topic. How to overcome envy? This is one anartha which can never be misdirected or properly directed in one sense. Other anartha can be the kind of directed. Kam Krishna Arpane, लोभ हरि कथा, मद मद कृष्ण गुणाख्यान, फिर क्या है, लोभ मोह मोह व्हाट इज द वर्स, कृष्ण कर्मार्पण, लोभ हरि गुण कथा, मोह मद pride in becoming devotee of Krishna, moha bewilderment in the glory of Krishna, और क्या है, काम क्रोध Krishna भक्त द्वेषी जन. Only the envy had not been given direction, because envy is indirect appreciation. The solution for envy is, instead of doing indirect appreciation, do direct appreciation. Envy means you're appreciating but not accepting. You know, this fellow is better than me, but not accepting it. So accept it as one. But easier said than done. Envy, Sukadeva Goswami, while describing Ram Katha in the 9th canto Bhagavatam, he said, Purusho Ram Charitam Sravnai Upadharayan Anri Sansa Paro Loka Karma Bandhari Muchyate. That by hearing Ram Katha, one can transcend envy. Anri Sansa Paro Rajan Karma Bandhari Muchyate. Can transcend Andri Sansa, this feeling of envy. Because envy comes when we are more and more free from self-interest. So basically, we have to make a journey from selfish life to selfish life, from self-interest to from swath to parartha. And by associating with those devotees who are working on this, who are free from this, by their association we can become by hearing Krishna Katha, we can overcome the feeling of envy. And by um, by praying to Krishna, ultimately we can overcome envy. Anyway, it's a very deep topic, we can discuss in. But thank you. और कोई प्रश्न? Yes, Amar Prabhu.
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी। मतलब
You keep camera on, then can ask question. You can sing some deer within you. Yeah. Yes.
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी।
Yes.
तो जैसे कृष्णा जी जो है अर्जुन को अपने बारे में मतलब बताएं कि मतलब अपना ग्लोरीज के बारे में बताएं, तो फिर उसके बाद अर्जुन को ये डिजायर था कि मतलब वो चैलेंज नहीं कर रहे थे कृष्णा को कि आप हमको विश्व रूप दिखाइए, हैं आप अगर तो, लेकिन फिर भी उसका इच्छा था कि विश्व रूप देख लें। तो उसी तरह से हम लोग जब भगवत गीता के कंक्लूजन पे आ गए हैं, तो हम लोग से ऐसा एक्सपेक्टेड है कि वो हम लोग अपना लाइफ को डेडिकेट करें कृष्णा के इंस्ट्रक्शन पे। तो डेडिकेट करने के पहले हम लोग के पास कुछ सब्सटेंशियल होना चाहिए। जैसे अर्जुन विश्व रूप देखें, तो उस तरह से हम लोग के पास कुछ सब्सटेंशियल होना चाहिए कि हाँ कृष्णा है। जैसे जैसे हम पिछले 1 साल से चैंटिंग वगैरह कर रहे हैं, लेकिन हम कृष्णा को पर्सनली नहीं देखे, और कोई सीनियर भी ऐसा क्लेम नहीं किए कि वो कृष्णा को देखे हैं, और जो सीनियर डिवोटीज है वो भी कभी ऐसे क्लेम नहीं किए कि वो कृष्णा को देखे हैं। तो हम लोग के पास कुछ ऐसा सब्सटेंशियल है जिसके बेसिस पे हम लोग डेडिकेट कर सके अपना लाइफ को। तो मतलब ऐसा।
So, can you mute yourself? So, Amar Prabhu is saying that we haven't seen Krishna, then how can I dedicate to Krishna? We don't have to see Krishna to dedicate to Krishna. We have to hear from Krishna, hear about Krishna to dedicate upon him, to dedicate him, to dedicate our life to him. We don't have to see. Because unless you dedicate, Krishna will not show himself to you. You are trying to do ulti Ganga bahana. गंगा सीधा बहाने दीजिए, उल्टा मत बहाइए। So therefore, जीवन सफल जार कृष्ण देखे एक बार। बतन ठाकुर ने सॉन्ग डॉक्टर भाग्य यदि मिले बार to see Krishna is the perfection. In the end, you see Krishna. In the end, when you feel separation from Krishna. So, our philosophy is not that when you see Krishna, then you surrender Krishna. Our philosophy is to see through hearing. Srutakshana, the word has been used by Brahmaji. We have to hear, not hear, we have to see through hearing. When the demigods, they heard the voice of Vishnu, when Vishnu said that the moment Hiranyakashipu will try to attack Prahlad, I will appear and kill Hiranyakashipu. That time they only heard the voice of Vishnu, but the verse says they saw Vishnu. They haven't seen Vishnu, but they heard with faith. That was as good as seeing Krishna. Rukmini Devi had not seen Krishna. She only heard Krishna. Sutava Guna Hona Sundara Shinvatante Pravisakana Vivare Hartavangatapam. She had only heard Krishna. And then by hearing she developed so much of lollyum, so much greed. That's she saw Krishna. So which world we are in to say that unless I see Krishna, I can surrender Krishna? No. Surrender Krishna happened through hearing. Many people saw Krishna. Arjun Duryodhana saw Krishna, but he never surrendered to Krishna. Eklavya saw Krishna. He never surrendered to Krishna. We don't see and then surrender. No. We hear then surrender, and then see Krishna eventually. And Krishna will reveal. Premanjana Shrita Bhakti Vilochanena Santa Sadai Hridayasi Vilokayanti Yam Sam Sundaram Achanta Swarupam Achanta Guna Swarupam Govindam Adi Purusam Tamam Bhajami. भगवान को देखने के लिए प्रेम अंजन चाहिए, उसके लिए सरेंडर करना पड़ता है ना. ठीक है. यस प्रसन्न वदन प्रभु.
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी, दंडवत प्रणाम. प्रभु जी, श्लोक 18.67 में प्रभुपाद एक्सप्लेन कर रहे हैं, कृष्णा जहाँ पे कह रहे हैं कि भगवद गीता शुड नॉट बी स्पोकन टू समवन हु इज एनवियस, और उसके बाद आ रहा है कि जो डिवोटी पोज भी कर रहा है, मतलब ही इज शोइंग आउटवर्डली, जैसे धर्म ध्वजा भेजिया बोले कि, तो प्रभु ऐसा लग रहा है कि सारे क्वालिटीज तो मेरे अंदर हैं, तो हाउ कैन आई अंडरस्टैंड कि हम लोग, मैं भगवद गीता समझ पाऊंगा या समझ रहा हूँ, क्योंकि सेंसुअस है, ऐसा नहीं है मेरा सेंस कंट्रोल हो गया है, या अभी तक तो पोज ही कर रहे हैं, ऐसा डिवोशन कुछ आया नहीं है, बट ट्राइंग टू पोज लाइक अ डिवोटी. सो in some sort of manner it's look like Krishna is saying that one who is already devotee, Bhagavad Gita should be spoken to them only.
So therefore Prabhupada clarified that to get entrance in Bhagavad Gita, theoretical understanding of Krishna as Supreme Personality of Godhead is needed. So because we all have accepted theoretically Krishna to be Bhagavan, therefore we are listening Bhagavad Gita in detail. Yeah. But the understanding will depend based on how much we are free from sensuous desire, how much we are free from not becoming, not engaged in devotional service, how much we are free from those things, how much we are working on those 5 things. Atpaskaya, Abhaktaya, Abhyasuya, and Asrusave. These 5 things we have to, based on these, our understanding of Gita will manifest in our heart. And therefore, even though we are struggling, we have to work on 2 things. We have to serve the Vaishnavas, and by their blessings we'll be able to overcome these problems, and offer prayer to Krishna. Krishna, please help me to understand. So till then we have to depend on the mercy of the Vaishnavas, depend upon the service to Vaishnavas, blessings of Vaishnavas, and prayer to Krishna to help understand his own words of what he revealed. Okay? Thank you so much. I don't know who all heard it till now, but it's too late. Thank you so much. Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Gaurhotan ki jai.
So one question is in message.